The Night Cleaners, Part 2, The New Guy. There was something wrong with the mirrors. Jalen knew it from his first night at Harlow Research Campus. He'd taken the job because the pay was ridiculous. Double what anyone else offered for night janitorial work. No interview, no paperwork. Just a call from a woman with a smooth, emotionless voice. You've been selected. Be at the East Gate at 10 p.m. Do not be late. Uniform in the locker. Route is provided. Clean efficiently. Avoid unauthorized sectors. He needed the money, so he didn't ask questions. Not when his bank account was empty and his little brother needed medication. Not when rent was 3 months past due. He told himself it was just a government facility. Cold, quiet, weird protocols, whatever. Then he walked in and saw the mirrors. They were everywhere, floor to ceiling, polished daily. Some were cracked, others seemed to ripple when he looked away. But that wasn't the weird part. The weird part was the guy already cleaning when he arrived. Tall, muscle-packed, quiet. He wore the same uniform, moved methodically, didn't say a word. Just nodded when Jalen introduced himself. "Hey, I'm Jalen," he said, holding out a hand. The man didn't shake it, just said, "Stick to the map. Clean fast. Don't look in the mirrors too long." Jalen chuckled awkwardly. Okay. You the supervisor or something?" "No." "Then who?" "Just clean." And he walked away. Jalen tried to follow the map, but it didn't match the hallways exactly. The rooms seemed to shift. Doors appeared where there hadn't been any. Lights flickered in places they shouldn't. And sometimes he'd look into a mirror and see the other cleaner, Tony, someone had written on a note he found, already standing behind him, even though he hadn't heard a single footstep. Jalen tried not to freak out, but he couldn't shake the feeling that Tony didn't blink. Or maybe the thing that looked like Tony wasn't really blinking. Then came the third night, and the voice. It came from a long hallway in Sector B2, a corridor lined with unbroken mirrors and a soft, humming buzz that made Jalen's teeth ache. Someone was calling to him, soft, melodic, friendly. "Jalen, hey, can you hear me?" He froze. The voice was familiar. It sounded like Dash Dash. "Jesse?" he whispered. He didn't know how he knew the name. It just rose up in his mind like a memory that didn't belong to him. He stepped forward. One mirror flickered. And then Jesse was there. Lean, good-looking, smiling like they were old friends. His hair was flawless, swept back like he'd stepped off a movie set. "Hey, man," Jesse said, pressing a hand to the inside of the glass. "Took you long enough to get here." Jalen's heart pounded. "Who are you?" "I was like you. Cleaner, same job. Just made a few mistakes, got curious." His smile didn't reach his eyes. The mirror rippled. Behind Jesse, something tall moved in the reflection, a shadow with too many limbs, a mouth that opened horizontally. "I need a favor, Jalen," Jesse said, voice softer. "Let me out. Just for a second. You can help. You're strong." Jalen stepped back. The light above flickered, and when it returned, Jesse's expression had changed. His face was too still, his voice too cold. "You don't get to leave. You're already in the reflection." Jalen turned to run and slammed into Tony, who wasn't behind him a moment ago. Tony grabbed him, not gently. "Don't talk to it. Don't listen." Jalen stared. "Who? What is that? Who's Jesse?" Tony's face darkened. "Jesse was me. He still is. And he's in all the glass now." After that, everything spiraled. The mirrors started multiplying, appearing in places they hadn't been before, in the vents, in puddles, even in his own eyes when he caught a glimpse in his phone camera. He stopped sleeping. He stopped eating. And the voices started getting louder. Each reflection now whispered his name. Each mirror showed him things, himself, doing things he never did, him walking into rooms he never entered, him staring back with a grin too wide and teeth too sharp. Tony tried to help, but Tony was fading too. Every night he grew quieter, paler, less real. "You have to leave," Tony told him on night 10. "Find the red door. Don't trust what you see." "Red door?" Jalen asked. But Tony was gone again, disappearing around a corner like a ghost. Jalen searched. He followed the maps. He dug through forgotten wings of the building. And eventually, he found it. A door. Bright red, old-fashioned, hidden behind a row of lockers in a section of Sector C, a place they were told never to go. It pulsed like a heartbeat. He stepped forward, hand reaching for the handle. And a voice just behind him, deep and wrong, whispered, "Welcome to the other side." He turned. The hallway was filled with reflections. All of them were him, smiling. Jesse's voice echoed from every wall. "Once you look long enough, we look back." Jalen screamed. But no sound came out, only his reflection's laughter. No one saw Jalen after that. His mop cart was found sideways in Corridor 9. His name badge melted. All mirrors that night were found cracked. A week later, another cleaner was hired, a young woman named Elena. Quiet, tough, smart. Her supervisor, a tall, muscular man who doesn't talk much. Name tag reads, Tony. But when she asked his name, he just stared at her for a long time. And in the corner of the break room mirror, someone with perfect hair grinned. Jesse's still in there, and he's not alone anymore.